Traveling by air in 2025 is not as simple as tossing a bag in the overhead bin and heading to your seat. With airline policies becoming stricter than ever, thousands of travelers are being stopped at the gate, forced to check bags they assumed were compliant. The new Airline Carry-On Rules for 2025 are not just updated, they're being strictly enforced, and passengers who don't follow them are paying the price with delays, extra fees, and rejected carry-ons. This video breaks down what you must know before your next flight, so you don't get caught off guard at the gate. If you're planning to travel this year, make sure to watch till the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more essential travel updates. Number 1. Size restrictions are now uniform, but stricter. One of the most noticeable changes in the Airline Carry-On Rules for 2025 is the move toward a global standard for bag dimensions. Major international and domestic airlines are now agreeing on a maximum size of 21.5 by 14 by 9 inches, including wheels and handles. This means that carry-ons, which were once acceptable, might now exceed the limit by an inch or two, resulting in last-minute gate checks. Even though airlines used to allow a little flexibility with these measurements, in 2025 most carriers are enforcing them rigidly. There are new automated bag sizers at airport checkpoints, and if the bag doesn't fit, there's no leniency. In fact, many airports now have digital sizing systems that automatically notify airline staff if a bag is too large. Travelers should measure their luggage at home to avoid surprises, and be mindful that even small differences can get the bag flagged. Number 2. Weight limits are being enforced, even in the US. While weight limits for carry-ons have long been standard in countries like Japan and across Europe, 2025 marks the first time several US-based airlines have started to strictly enforce these rules. A growing number of carriers now impose weight restrictions of 7 kilograms to 10 kilograms, 15 to 22 pounds for carry-on bags, and passengers are being asked to place their luggage on scales at the gate. Failure to comply often results in being asked to check the bag, sometimes with additional charges. Airlines cite both fuel efficiency and safety concerns as reasons for the crackdown. Travelers need to be aware that even if the size is within limits, a bag that's too heavy won't be allowed on board. Distributing weight across carry-on and personal items is becoming an essential strategy for flying without hassles. Number 3. Personal items must be truly personal. In 2025, airlines are taking a firmer stance on what qualifies as a personal item. Traditionally, passengers could carry a laptop bag, purse, or small backpack in addition to their carry-on. Now, airlines are strictly defining personal items as bags that can fit entirely under the seat in front of you, no exceptions. Oversized totes, gaming consoles and travel bags, and bulky camera gear are all being flagged. If a personal item cannot be stowed without sticking out or requiring overhead space, it's no longer considered compliant. Furthermore, gate agents are more proactive in inspecting personal items, especially on full flights. Choosing compact, efficiently designed personal items can help ensure a smoother boarding experience. Number 4. Smart bags and tech luggage must follow battery rules. Smart bags, those with built-in chargers or GPS, have become popular over the years. But in 2025, regulations around them have become more standardized and strictly enforced across almost all airlines. Bags with non-removable lithium batteries are being rejected at security checkpoints and gates. If a traveler is carrying a smart bag, the power bank must be removable and it must be removed before boarding. This is now mandatory on both domestic and international flights. Airlines have also added alerts at check-in kiosks and app notifications to remind passengers. But anyone ignoring these rules risks having their luggage denied on board. Ensuring compliance with battery safety rules is now an essential part of preparing for air travel. Number 5. Duty-free and airport purchases count toward limits. A major change catching many travelers off guard in 2025 is that items purchased at airport shops, including duty-free bags, now count toward the total carry-on allowance on many airlines. Previously, passengers could carry a duty-free bag in addition to their carry-on and personal item, but that exemption is being eliminated by an increasing number of carriers. This shift is part of broader efforts to reduce cabin clutter and speed up boarding processes. While exceptions still exist for medications and certain baby items, Shoppers who assume their bags of liquor, perfume, or electronics will be overlooked are finding themselves forced to consolidate or check bags at the last minute. Smart travelers now factor in retail purchases when planning their carry-on strategy. Number 6. Gate-checked bags may now come with extra charges. In previous years, gate-checking a carry-on was often a free fallback when overhead bins filled up. But in 2025, airlines are treating gate-checked bags as an opportunity for additional revenue. Several low-cost and even legacy carriers are introducing fees for carry-ons that need to be checked at the gate, especially if the bag doesn't comply with new size or weight limits. This policy is aimed at encouraging travelers to follow carry-on guidelines from the start and to reduce boarding delays. Some airlines are also using new AI tools and cabin sensors to anticipate bin space usage and tag overflow carry-ons automatically. Travelers who assume they can sneak by with a borderline-sized bag may not just lose access to it during the flight. They may also end up paying a fee that's higher than standard checked baggage costs. To avoid this, passengers should check their airline's current gate check policy before flying and ensure bags meet all updated rules. Carrying only what's truly essential and packing strategically is more important than ever. Number 7. Soft-shell bags are being preferred over hard-shell cases. While both soft-shell and hard-shell suitcases have long had their advantages, in 2025, many airlines are recommending, and in some cases unofficially favoring, soft-shell bags for carry-ons. This is because soft-sided luggage tends to be more forgiving when it comes to fitting into overhead compartments, especially on smaller regional or budget flights. Although the official policy doesn't distinguish between the two, airport personnel and crew members often find it easier to accommodate soft-sided bags. Hard cases that are just at the limit may get rejected more quickly than a soft case that can be compressed slightly to fit. Moreover, some overhead bin sensors are now being programmed to detect rigid bag shapes and may trigger alerts based on how tightly a bag fits. Travelers seeking a smoother experience in 2025 are opting for soft-shell designs with flexible dimensions, exterior pockets, and lighter materials that help meet weight limits while maximizing space efficiency. Number 8. International and domestic rules are becoming aligned. One of the most confusing aspects of air travel in the past was the difference in carry-on policies between domestic and international flights. In 2025, a noticeable effort is being made by major airline alliances and regulatory bodies to standardize carry-on guidelines across borders. This means that travelers who used to rely on lenient domestic policies may now find themselves facing stricter international-style enforcement, even on short-haul US or regional flights. The trend is especially visible in North America and parts of Asia where budget carriers have been leading the charge. Even premium airlines are participating, seeking to streamline operations and reduce boarding chaos. This alignment benefits travelers who fly frequently across countries as the rules are becoming more predictable. But it also means there's no longer a safe zone of relaxed enforcement on domestic legs. Understanding that a consistent global policy is now the norm will help avoid surprise bag denials at the gate. Number 9. Overhead bin space is no longer guaranteed, even if rules are followed. In 2025, it's entirely possible to meet all carry-on requirements and still not find a spot for your bag in the overhead compartment. This is due to the rise in basic economy fares and boarding group policies that give priority access to overhead space to higher-paying passengers. Some airlines now pre-reserve overhead bin space based on seat class, meaning lower boarding groups may be required to gate-check bags regardless of compliance. What's more, new AI-based boarding tools are optimizing load management and may automatically identify rows or groups for bag check enforcement. Travelers flying on packed routes or during peak seasons should board as early as their ticket allows. Booking upgrades that include early boarding privileges or using airline credit cards that offer zone enhancements can also help ensure access to overhead space. Planning for the possibility of having to part with a bag at the gate is now a smart strategy, not a rare inconvenience. Number 10. Carry-on scanners and AI are watching closer than ever. Perhaps the biggest behind-the-scenes change in 2025 is the introduction of AI-enhanced screening systems for carry-on enforcement. These systems are being tested and rolled out in major airports around the world. automatically scanning luggage for size, weight, battery contents, and even items that violate in-flight safety policies. Unlike manual checks, these AI systems don't overlook small violations. Bags that are too full, have expanded beyond regulation dimensions, or contain unapproved electronics are automatically flagged, sometimes even before a passenger reaches the gate. These scanners are integrated into both security checkpoints and boarding gates, leaving little room for travelers to bypass restrictions. Airlines argue that these systems help create a faster and more secure boarding experience. But for travelers, this means that compliance must be exact, and assumptions based on past experiences may no longer apply. Relying on luck or inconsistent enforcement is no longer a safe bet in 2025's high-tech, high-compliance air travel environment. Air travel in 2025 demands smarter preparation and a clear understanding of the latest policies. Whether it's stricter sizing rules, new technology-driven inspections, or redefined personal items, staying updated is the key to avoiding frustration at the airport. For more detailed travel updates and guides, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your next trip will thank you for it.